Well, here in southern Wisconsin, things are looking a lot calmer. We're starting off our Monday fairly chilly, though. Cloud cover working its way out for some sunshine this afternoon. Those wind chills right now making it feel like we're in the single digits. Now, observed temperatures are actually in the mid to upper teens, but those wind chills notice Madison right around 4 degrees, 3 for Monroe and Janesville. Areas closer to La Crosse seeing wind chills a couple degrees below zero. So definitely a cooler start to the day, but those winds are going to be calming a little bit later on. That being said, high temperatures today still fairly similar to what we saw yesterday, mid to upper 20s, but again, extra sunshine plus some nicer winds mean that it's going to feel quite a bit nicer than we did yesterday afternoon. That being said, we're still around 10 degrees below average for this time of year, and throughout this week, that temperature trend is a little bit wonky. Some days are going to be about 10 degrees below average, other days about 10 degrees above. So we're in for a little bit of a roller coaster week. Tomorrow, we do start to see that brief warm up for our Tuesday. Southerly winds come in for our Tuesday morning, but they're going to be a little bit breezy. So anticipate some stronger winds once again for tomorrow. That warmer air, of course, going to bring us some nicer temperatures. Tomorrow, we climb up into the upper 30s. Madison reaches a high temperature of 39, but you'll notice that does not come with much sunshine. Instead, it's coming along with our next chance for some snow. This moves in thanks to this low pressure system. Now, you'll notice that snow is primarily affecting areas to our north. However, we do start to see the tail end of that snowfall tomorrow afternoon. Zooming in and taking a closer look with our future track, that comes to our northwest and areas by the time that we get to about your lunch hour. It's a little bit closer to La Crosse, and then it starts to make its way to the southeast. You'll notice that very southwestern corner of the state, Grant County, going to stay fairly dry, but areas as far southwest as Lone Rock, Mineral Point, maybe even Platteville, will see at least a few isolated light flurries, light snow showers. You'll notice that even though at times the snow is moderate to heavy, it's pretty skinny, so that snow chance is going to be brief as it works its way across southern Wisconsin. Most models showing us drying up by the evening commute. That being said, still anticipate those slick spots on your way home tomorrow night and give yourself some extra time to make it home. All in all, snow total is going to stick to traces for most of us. Southwestern Wisconsin looking completely dry. Meanwhile, as you make your way closer to Montello and Fond du Lac, snow totals start to increase a little bit, closer to ½ an inch up to an inch in some areas. Here's that weird temperature trend that I was talking about. We're going to be back into the upper 20s after that brief warm up Tuesday, but then by Thursday, we're back to that 10-degree jump into the upper 30s. Now, overnight, we do have a warm front passing through Thursday into Friday. That's going to bring Friday's high all the way into the low 50s, and then we cool back off for this coming weekend. Temperatures back to below average by the time we get there. Stick with us. More news coming up right after the break.